Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. I am the Straight Edge Monster. And we are going to save the AWA. Okay. Dog wouldn't come back in, so that's why I'm a tad late. We got everything written out for today's show. Today's going to be quite interesting. The Nick Bockwinkel Invitational Tournament shall begin. We're going to have the first 2 nights of that. We're also going to have the 4 TV shows. Now, I am going to preface my stream today by telling you that any injuries that happen on the Nick Bockwinkel Invitational Tournament will be taken off. And I will write down what they were. And we will add in those injuries after the tournament is complete, okay? Because I don't want to have to fucking deal with those injuries and replace people and push the tournament back for 8 months and what have you. The tournament has been made. I'm not messing with that shit. So here's the tournament. If you have seen my YouTube selection show episode that is exclusive to YouTube, you'll know that these are the this is the huge Nick Bockwinkel Invitational Tournament, round robin style, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a loss, kind of like they do in AW, the Continental Classic. So the AWA, we've got 4 groups though, and 6 people per group, so it's a huge round robin tournament. The winner of the 4 tables will then go against each other in a 4-man single elimination tournament at the pay-per-view. And then the winner of that will also fight later on in that same pay-per-view to determine the ultimate winner. And whoever wins will be the #1 contender, or will get a title shot. I won't say they'll be the #1 contender, but they will get a title shot. They basically will be #1 contender. I mean, let's be real. You just went through 23 other guys, so. But yeah, that'll be interesting. And the other thing about that is I limited myself to only 2 draws in the entire tournament. So, and all the matches for all the rest of the matches will be automatic. So I have no idea who's going to win. I will pick the winners going when it gets to the final 4. I'll take it from there. But yeah, the entire tournament though, up until that point, only 2 draws will be set by me. Everything else will be automatic. So even I have to deal with what the outcome is. Now, at the end of the last stream, we had the great Muda winning the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, which obviously he works for me. So that's insane. That will also come into play here today. So I'm very excited to do this episode. We're gonna try to get through it semi quickly, even though there's a lot going on. Because I got a feeling a lot of shit's about to happen. I hope not. I hope it goes through without too many hiccups, but we've got 4 TV shows and the first 2 nights of the Nick Bockwinkel Invitational Tournament. So we'll have 2 TV shows, Nick Bockwinkel Invitational Tournament night 1, 2 TV shows, and then night 2, and then we're done for today's stream. So let's do this. Let's see what happens. Also, I will say that I tried to use anyone that's not in the tournament as far as the actual matches, so we don't have to deal with even more injury hiccups. So 100% for the show intro for this. This is AWA Superstars, June 29th, 1989 at in Texas at the Mesquite Memorial Stadium. 92%. Sting makes his entrance after winning the Battle Dome match. Tony Schiavone asked Sting what is in the immediate future as he waits until his title shot. Sting says one of his biggest rivals, the Great Muta, has a shiny new title that he has his eye on. He wants Muta for the IWGP Championship tonight. %. As the red group, as all the members of the red group cut promos before their big, before the big Nick Bockwinkel Invitational Tournament begins. %. Demolition officially debut with an elaborate entrance to get ready for their first ever match in the AWA. And 69% as Demolition debut and win their match after smash pins Bobby Fulton of the Fantastics. Next up, 70%. Tony Schiavone gets in the ring and asks the Demolition about why they're here in the AWA. Smash says destruction. Axe says they were sent here by their master to destroy every tag team, and that's just what they're going to do. Tony then asks them who their master is. Smash says none of your business, and then Axe says everyone will find out when they're ready to find out. Now 70% on that. Fuji is standing with Muda. Fuji says Muda accepts Sting's challenge, and tonight everyone will find out why Muda is the Pearl of Japan. 73%. Next up, another 100% on the white group promos. The white group cuts promos before their leap into the Nick Bockwinkel Invitational Tournament. And then the main event is an 87% 3.5-star match as Sting defeats Muda to win the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Let's go. That's crazy, dude. Here we go. And we gained in pop. It is a 92% show. Starting off hot. Let's see, ESPN has 4.2 million attendance. 4.2 million attendance, or viewers rather, I should say. The attendance was 18,480. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to give me a second here. Network. Hold on. I fucked up because he's not. New Japan have vacated Sting of the IWGP Heavyweight Championship effective immediately. This ends their one-day reign. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Give me a second, I gotta fix this. We'll edit the save, we'll go to workers. I should have thought about that ahead of time. I guess I did not, sorry about that. So if we go to Sting, go to contracts, we can do add a contract. We'll go to New Japan. We'll go informal agreement. We'll go start date. What is today? I guess go 20. Shit. Damn, I hate when it does that. 89. We'll go, what date was this? That was June 29th. So we'll go June 28th. We'll backtrack it. And we'll go to, we'll just type this one in. So 06. 1989. We'll go 50. We'll do half. We'll do 25,000 per appearance. Okay, base main event. Oh, that's fine, I guess. All right, we'll try that. Then we'll go back to the titles. IWGP Heavyweight. Sting. Save changes, title history. How do you do the shit? Shit. How do you change that? I'll just do. We'll just cancel it. We'll see what happens. Okay, we'll leave it like that and see what happens. We'll have to go back in and edit it. Do I have to go and put that back in there? Okay, it's still in there. Okay. Let's go to my roster, make sure Sting is holding it, of course. Yeah, okay. All right, we'll see if it fixes itself. Oh, but we did gain. It was a crazy show. That's good. All right. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I didn't even think about that, honestly. At all. We'll book this event. This is at the same spot in Texas. 100%. 100%. Ric Flair, the new AWA World Champion, makes his way to the ring with Heenan. Ric Flair says it's refreshing to see the wrestling landscape as champion again. Flair says everything is right with the world when the Nature Boy is the champ. Flair says Larry Zbyszko is TV champion. Brain Busters again are the AWA World Tag Team Champions, and the man is World Champion. Almost all of us did what we needed to do at AWA Battle Blaze. Tonight we see Sting have a rematch with Muta. I'll be watching that match closely. Sting is also a World Champion. He is the IWGP Champion, but he should have been paying attention to Flair instead. Flair says he understands taking opportunities, but the best opportunity in the world in 1989 is this, the AWA World Championship. Sting, to be the man, you got to beat the man, and only one championship in this galaxy means that you are the man, and you're looking at it, pal. 54%, as Larry Zbyszko defeats Manny Fernandez to retain the AWA TV title. 82%. As the Fabulous Freebirds says that the match has been signed. Soon the AWA World Class 6-man titles will be around their waist again. Hayes says that this battle between the Von Erichs and the Freebirds has been going on for a long, long time. Hayes says he proposes an amendment to the contract. Hayes says they can only finish this the way it started, inside a steel cage. Blue Group promos coming up. 100%. Everyone from the Blue Group says their final words before the big Nick Bockwinkel Invitational tournament starts. Next up, 65%, 3.5-star match. As Manami Toyota defeats Akira Okuda by pinfall, the champion has been pinned, where it was Akira and the Glamour Girls versus Manami and the Crush Gals. Next up, the Gold Group promos, 100% for them. Everyone from the Gold Group is giving their last-minute thoughts before the big Nick Bockwinkel Invitational Round Robin Tournament begins. So there you go. And then in the main event, 3 stars, 82%. So this is a half a star less and 5% less overall, but still pretty good. Ric Flair gets involved as Fuji has the ref distracted. Flair hits Sting with a chair. Sting turns around and gets the Dragon Screw Leg Whip from Muta. Muta pins and regains the IWGP title. The finish slightly hurt the match quality, which is because Flair interfered, obviously. So there you have it. And we still gained anyway, 89%. Okay. 2 good shows to start out. Sting officially leaves New Japan. That contract's over. That's good. And then hopefully, if we go to what I'm trying to do is make sure I don't have to change their title history. So if we go to titles, Muta has it. See, it has Sting twice. Shit. Okay, so we'll just go to title history. Give me a second. So we'll go to edit, say back to titles, IWGP World Heavyweight. Okay. Title history. Okay, we don't need to have Sting twice, so we'll go and delete. Well, how do we edit that? Edit that one. We'll do one defense. And then delete this one. All right, save changes. Hopefully that will have changed it. Next time I think about doing that, I'm definitely going to have to put a contract in there. Okay, 4 point, oh shit, oh there we go, okay, 4.05 million, 19,400 for attendance. Was that what I did last time? Or I did less than that last time, didn't I? Yeah, I did 18,480 last time, holy shit, okay. Okay, so Sting leaves, let's go to the promotion, make sure that fixed itself, if I saved it correctly. Titles. Okay, there we go. All right, so Muta had it for a day, Sting had it for a day, Muta has it again. Yep, there it is, and it's right there. Sweet. Okay, perfect. All right, so there you have it. Muta's now 2-time IWGP champion. Shit. Okay. I didn't know how long they were gonna let him have it, so I really wanted to do something with it while I could. So. All right. And it held my Ric Flair Sting storyline. I'm pretty sure, so that'll be good. Ronda Singh defeated Kyoko. The other two titles were not on the line, but Ronda Singh got the dub, though. Pegasus Kid defeated Iron Mike Sharp, and the Mongolian Stomper got a dub over Don Callis. NWA main event, Ole Anderson defeated Mil Mascaris, Jim Duggan defeated Butch Miller, and Buddy Roberts defeated Jim Powers. Nothing happening here. King Kong Money with another dub. CMLL, anything happen? No titles on the line. JC Ice has entered the wrestling world. Alright. Earthquake defeated Ken Patera to retain the $1 Million Championship. Tito Santana, Coco Beware, and Wayne Bloom of the Beverly Brothers all got dubs. Let's see. Terry Taylor beat Jeff Jarrett. Those are both my guys. In the main event, Too Cold Scorpio and Bagwell defeated Reggie B. Fine and Bob Armstrong. Buddy Landell defeated Jerry Lynn. Dustin Rhodes defeated Billy Gunn. Doug Gilbert retained the Unified World Heavyweight title over Randy Rose. And Sean Waltman defeated Iceman King Parsons. UKPW. Giant Haystacks defeated Big Daddy. 74%. Big Daddy has not won a fucking match in the UKPW yet. Robbie Brookside defeated Adrian Street. Dynamite Kid and Davey Boy Smith defeated Colonel Brody and Rasputin. Dave Taylor defeated Johnny Saint. Nothing here title-wise, so that's fine. Did that fucking say... Oh, I thought that's... I don't know why I thought that said Big John Studd. I was like, when the fuck did I get Big John Studd? I thought he was in WWF. Alright, Eddie Guerrero retained over Chris Benoit. What? Okay. And the Blue Bloods retained over Mysterio and Jushin Thunder Liger again. Is that the only other tag team in WCCW? Because it shouldn't be. And Jeff Jarrett defeated Al Perez. Okay, next up. Scott Taylor has entered the wrestling world, which is Scotty 2 Hotty, for those that don't know. Let's see. I don't know why that says March 4th, 1990, but you're telling me that's going to be up there until then? Because that's got to be a glitch. It's promotional stuff. Let's see. Oh, Great American Bash. Let's see what happened. Nikita Koloff is still World Heavyweight Champion as he defeated Jim Neidhart. World Tag Team Champions are still Honky Tonk Man and Ming Marcalis as they beat the Barbarian and Hercules Hernandez. By the way, that's a pretty decent team. No Mascaris defeated Rick Steiner to retain. The Warlord retained over Jim Duggan. So no title changes at the Great American Bash. Blue Demon Jr. is still World Heavyweight Champion. Dr. Wagner Jr. and El Santo are still Tag Team Champions. All-Star Extravaganza. Adrian Street retained over Big Daddy. Giant Haystacks won in the main event over Johnny Saint. British Bulldogs retained over Robbie Brookside and Steven Regal. Dave Taylor defeated Chris Adams. Rasputin defeated Dave Finley. And Dynamite Kid in a singles match defeated Colonel Brody. Okay. Stampede Wrestling holds Gold Rush. This Kid defeats Duck Furnace. Keith Hart of Bad Company defeat Brett Como and Phil LaFawn to retain the International Tag Team title. Don Callis defeats Rob Van Dam. Ricky Rice of the Top Guns defeat the Dominators. Rhonda Singh defeats Kyoko to retain the Stampede Women's title. And the Mongolian Stomper defeats Biff Wellington. Main event. Big tag team match. Ole Anderson wins again. Ole Anderson, boy, he is on a roll for some reason. All right, so now we go night 1 of the Nick Bockwinkel Invitational Tournament. Let's see what they do. Who wins this one? Ricky Steamboat defeats Colt Casanova. 80%. I don't know why I didn't write down the minutes for these matches. That's my bad. Getting them done right now. Okay. Alright, so they got Ricky Steamboat won over Colt Casanova, which was to be expected, honestly. Jake Roberts defeats Kerry Von Erich. These are the first 3 are the red group, just so everybody knows. It says right there on their segment. And that's an 81% match. Next up, 85% match. This was the draw. No, this is Rick Rude. Rick Rude beats him. Holy shit, okay. 85% and 3 stars. But that one, it does have a storyline attached to it, so that's probably why. 74%, Bruiser Brody wins. This is the white group. We're starting the white group here. Vader defeats Iron Sheik. 75%. Terry Funk defeats Stan Hansen, 84%. And 3.5 stars. %. Jerry Lawler defeats Sergeant Slaughter. Plano the Clown defeats the Patriot. 68%. I have a bad feeling about the Patriot in this tournament, guys. Randy Savage defeats Lex Luger, 87%. 3.5 stars. All right, and then we go to the gold group. This is the final group here for night 1. 3.5 star Greg Valentine and Bob Backlund. Greg Valentine actually wins over Bob Backlund. 74% for that. Austin Idol defeats David Schultz, 3 stars for that, 80%. And in the main event for night 1 of the Nick Bockwinkel Invitational Tournament, Ted DiBiase versus Roddy Piper. Ted DiBiase beats Roddy Piper 92%. This is a good first main event. 3.5 stars. Ted DiBiase gets the dub. All right. Ending the show, and it was an 87 overall, which is kind of crazy if you think about it, since it was just straight matches. In that show, we sold 30,000 tickets at the Alamo Stadium. Fuck, I don't even know. Should I say yes to them? Yeah, I'll accept it. Fuck it. Is that August? Damn, Eagles still won't be back by then. Fuck me, bro. Tara defeats Lisa Moretti to retain the women's title. Glacier defeats Tugboat Taylor, and Brad Batten gets a win over Scott Peterson for some reason. New Japan, the Great Muta defeats Jushin Thunder Liger. Tony Inoki defeats Yamazaki. Fujiwara defeats Koshinaka, and Raven defeats Chris Hamrick. Alright, so now we're back to the TV shows. AWA Superstars is next. This is in Baltimore Arena, Baltimore, Maryland. 100% for the show info. Not a lot of segments on this one, so they have to hit, and that is a good one. 95%, 20-minute segment. Let's go through it. The Horsemen enter the arena. Flair says his Horsemen now run the AWA. He says they all have titles. Well, almost. Flair then glances over at Luger. Flair says tonight he will take out Hogan and retain his AWA World Championship in a match that was promised to Hogan before his fluke win. Sting and Dusty then enter to a huge pop. Sting says that Flair will get what is coming to him for making him lose his IWGP title to Muta. Dusty says he and Flair are far from done. In fact, the Outlaws versus the Horsemen is just beginning. However, Dusty says tonight he wants to team up with Sting to go against Larry Zbyszko and Lex Luger. Flair accepts on their behalf. A 20-minute segment for 95%, which is great. We've got a 5-star match. Let's go. Akira Hokuto retains the Women's Championship over Jaguar Yokota. I don't know why did this just randomly just pop up with some insane match? I mean, I'm hyped about it. Good for them. Good for them. Jaguar lost no popularity in North America and gained almost everywhere else. So I mean, that's crazy. 84%. Okay. Okay, I wonder if it's because I started out so hot with the 100% and then the huge 20-minute 95% thing. Maybe that'll help out the entire show. Like, good momentum to start out the show. 78%. As the Midnight Riders say, they want another shot at the AWA World Tag Team titles. Magnum TA and Wyndham says they were robbed at Battle Blaze, and they know for a fact that they're a better team than the Brain Busters. Next up, 81%. As Sting and Dusty win over Larry Zbyszko and Lex Luger. Sting defeats Luger by pinfall after Larry gets out of the ring and doesn't get back up on the apron, kind of leaving Luger hanging. Luger doesn't look happy about it. Next up, 100%, by the way, Luger, that's the only person that I think I used in all 4 shows in a match that is actually in the Nick Bockwinkel Invitational Tournament. So 100% Hulk Hogan promo. Hulk Hogan says tonight he finally becomes the AWA World Champion when he beats Ric Flair in the main event. Next up, it is a 3.5-star match. However, 89%. And Ric Flair defeats Hulk Hogan with a flash pinfall after Bobby Heenan distracts Hogan. Ric Flair successfully retains the AWA World Championship. And then finally 98% as Sting comes out and attacks Flair. Sting runs down and he's still pissed from Flair costing him the IWGP title to Muta. Sting attacks Flair and is beating him down as the crowd goes wild. The show fades as Flair is running away from Sting to the backstage area. Nice. Oh yes, look at that. 92. Dude, we are killing it. The tournament might be the best thing that ever happened to me because I have to use I only get to use like these 4 top guys and then like the tag teams and the women, and it's working out. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's working out for some reason. I don't know why it's working out, but it is. Nick Busick decides to stay with Portland Wrestling. 4.06 million for the TV rating. 12,289 tickets sold. We've got one more TV show and then one more night, the second night for the Nick Bockwinkel Invitational Tournament. In fact, let me look at the tournaments, make sure that's working. Oh yeah, it worked. Sweet. Okay. Good shit. All right, we'll do a deep dive on that after the second show. All right, 100% of course. We hit all 4 of those, so that's good. 61%, that's not so good, but that's okay. We're probably gonna lose this one, but I've gained in popularity every show so far, so like I can have one bad one, it'll be all right. This actually is my weakest one out of all the shows, so it's whatever. Jimmy Hart says that tonight they take out the Quick Pistols for good, baby. Quick Pistols then say that after they win tonight, they'll be setting their sights on the AWA World Class 6-Man titles. 52% as the Quick Pistols actually defeat Southern Heat. Brad Armstrong defeats Joey Maggs by pinfall. So yeah, not great segments here. However, Hogan just comes back with a 100%er. Hulk Hogan says he failed 2 more times to get the AWA World Championship, and a lot of people would think, hey Hulkster, maybe you should just stay down. Hogan says he can't give up on his Hulkamaniac, so Hogan has an ace up his sleeve. Hogan officially challenges the Ultimate Warrior for the AWA International Championship. 100% as the Von Erichs are back on the family farm. They say they accept the steel cage match challenge from the Fabulous Freebirds. 73% 3-star match, okay. As the British Bulldogs retain the AWA US Tag Team Championship when Dynamite Kid defeats Jerry Sags by pinfall. 85% for the promos between the Midnight Express and the Marvelous Ones. Midnight Express say that tonight there's no draw and they will win the match against the Cornette's Marvelous Ones. And then Marvelous Ones say that the Midnight Express are right, there won't be a draw tonight, but they're wrong about who's winning tonight. The Midnight Express are finished. 4-star match, right? Okay. We're heating up. Eddie Gilbert actually defeated Steve Keirn by pinfall. Heyman helped by getting involved in the match. So the Midnight Express are up technically 1-0-1. And then next up we've got a 99%er. Ultimate Warrior accepts the challenge of Hulk Hogan for the AWA International title. Warrior says he has been in the depths of darkness where Hogan currently sits, and he rose from it with great glory. Warrior says that when he defeats Hogan, to promise him his Warriors and Hogan's Hulksters that he will continue to fight. So Warrior says, yeah, I've been where you are, bro, but you're not getting my fucking title. You're not getting this shit from me. And then finally, we've got an 80% National Championship main event match where Sid Vicious defeats Shawn Michaels via pinfall to retain the AWA National title. Lost popularity, but like I said, we knew that was going to happen with that 52% 17 minutes match, so that's okay. We almost saved it at the end. We had some good scores at the end, but it's all good. 77%. Let's look at our numbers here. 3.8. 12,289 again. Rana Singh defeats Kyoko. Pegasus Kid defeats Mongolian Stomper. Don Callis defeats Biff Wellington. Raymond Rougeau defeats Jim Duggan. Colonel De Beers defeats Kendall Windham. Scott Steiner defeats Mod Squad. Alright, guys. We're going to night 2 of the big tournament. It'll be our last show of this stream here. This is at Baltimore Stadium, capacity 53,000. Jake Roberts defeats Colt Casanova. And that is a 79% match. We got our first draw. Oh my God, it was a 5-star match. Let's go. Ricky Steamboat and Kurt Hennig fight to a time limit draw. 5-star match. That was with the match finish hurting it or whatever. Rick Rude defeats Kerry Von Erich. Rick Martel defeats Iron Sheik. Gary Funk defeats Bruiser Brody, 84%. 3.5 stars, by the way. Vader defeats Stan Hansen, 81%. Jerry Lawler defeats Plano the Clown. That was 73%. Randy Savage defeats Sergeant Slaughter, 3.5-star match. Lex Luger defeats Patriot, 69%. Now we got just the gold group left. David Schultz defeats Greg Valentine, 75% 3 stars. Bob Backlund versus Roddy Piper is next. Roddy Piper wins, 86% 4-star. That was an 18-minute match too. That almost went to a time limit draw. And then finally in the main event, Austin Idol versus Ted DiBiase. 3-star, 86%. Ted DiBiase wins. So there you have it. We got a 87%. We only lost popularity on one show today. No injuries. So that's also good. So far, anyway. We sold 53,371 tickets. Good stuff. Nothing happened here. Steiner Brothers did beat the Powers of Pain. King Kong Bundy got another dub, and Ole Anderson got another dub. And then no titles on the line here, but Eddie Guerrero did get a dub. Psychosis lost. Alvarez lost. Rey Mysterio lost. And Malenko got a dub too. I got a lot of my guys actually. Paul Roma leaves WWF. I'll try to sign him. He can go with the. I was just thinking about putting him with. In 2 years. I was just thinking about putting him with the Jesse Ventura's group. Oh, paper month. Yeah, we'll go. All right. Got that. Let's see what's going on here with the rest of this. Coco Beware and Tito Santana versus the Twin Towers. The Twin Towers get the dub. Mike Enos of the Beverly Brothers defeat the Killer Bees. Tama defeats Junkyard Dog. Doug Gilbert defeats Dustin Rhodes to retain the World Championship. Crown. Rasputin beats Big Daddy as well. Why is Big Daddy losing all these matches? I don't understand. Nothing there. Nothing really there, but Oli gets another dub again. God damn. I'd love to see how over that motherfucker is. Eddie Guerrero defeats Crush to retain the title. Blue Bloods defeat Liger and Mysterio again. Ronda Singh defeats Terry Power. What the hell's going on? If I go to, let me go to workers and then go to Ole Anderson real quick. I want to see what his popularity is right now. Popularity in North America is 55. Like, he's won a ton of shit. One, two. He is 41 and 26. God damn, he's wrestled a lot. His last loss was March of '89 to Steve Williams, possibly. No, he lost to Marcalis in a tag team match. Oli 1, 2. Oh, Marcalis again. He's losing the tag team matches, but winning the singles matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's won 9 singles matches in a row. That's crazy as hell. Nothing there. Let's go to main event. Jim Neidhart defeats Mil Mascaris. Jim Duggan defeats King Kong Bundy. Buddy Roberts defeats Ivan Koloff. Butch Miller defeats Kendall Windham. Nothing to really report there. Paul Roma accepts. Of course he does. Finalize. We're going to put him in the attraction. And we are also going to go to my roster, go to Paul Roma, and change his manager to Jesse Ventura. Done. That's good. The last day. PWF holds. Jason Knight wins over Rikishi Fatu. Greg Gagne defeats Glacier, and Curtis Thompson defeats Brad Batten. And New Japan has Fujiwara defeats Koshinaka. Chono and Sakurada defeat Sakaguchi and Candido, and Takada. Oh damn! They actually beat Hiroshi Hase and Takano apparently. Okay, and then before we get out of here, tournaments. There we go. the leaders of the individual ones here. We got the red group here. I don't know what that was. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. All right, so 6-0-0-6-1-6-4. So 2 have 6. Jake Roberts and Rick Ruder tied in that one. With Ricky Steamboat in third place with 4. Then Kurt Hennig is in fourth place with 1. And then Kerry Von Erich and Cole Casanova have 0. Let's see. Vader and Terry Funk have 6. Rick Martel and Bruiser Brody have 3. Iron Sheik and Stan Hansen have 0. Jerry Lawler and Randy Savage have 6. Patriot and Slaughter have 0. Plano and Luger have 3. And then in this one, Ted DiBiase is running away with a 6, with 4 people that have 3 and 1 that has none in Bob Backlund. Interesting. There you have it. There we go. That is night 1 and night 2 of the Nick Bockwinkel Invitational Tournament. We are slowly getting into July here. They're at the beginning of July '89. And we've got Beach Brawl around the corner. And Beach Brawl is where we'll have the Final 4 of that Nick Bockwinkel Invitational Tournament. And we will also have Ric Flair defending the AWA World Championship against Sting, who is the #1 contender after winning the Battle Dome match at AWA Battle Blaze. So until next time, deuces.